There was a group called the Fishermen's Fellowship. They were surrounded by streams and lakes swarming with hungry fish. They met regularly to discuss the call to fish, the abundance of fish, and the thrill of catching fish. They got all excited about fishing. The only problem was they really weren't fishing. One member suggested that they needed a fishing philosophy, so they carefully defined and redefined fishing and the purpose of fishing. They developed fishing strategies and tactics. Then they realized that they had been going at it backwards. They had approached fishing from the point of view of the fishermen and not from the point of view of the fish. How do fish view the world? How does the fisherman appear to the fish? What do fish eat and when? These are all good things to know. So they began research studies and attended conferences on fishing. Some traveled to faraway places to study different kinds of fish with different habits. Some got PhDs in physiology. They did assessment surveys to see if future fishermen had the competency to fish. They planted new fishermen fellowship communities and continued to launch additional campuses. They had droves of weekly small groups made up of fishermen. But still, no one had yet gone fishing. So a committee was formed to send out fishermen. As prospective fishing places outnumbered fishermen, the committee needed to determine priorities. A priority list of fishing places was posted on bulletin boards in all of the fellowship halls. But still no one was fishing. A survey was launched to find out why. Most did not answer the survey, but from those that did, it was discovered that some felt called to study fish, others to furnish fishing equipment, and several to go around encouraging the fishermen. What with meetings, conferences, and seminars, they just simply didn't have time to fish. Now Jake was a newcomer to the Fishermen's Fellowship. After one stirring meeting of the fellowship, he went fishing and caught a very large fish. At the next meeting, he told his story, and he was honored for his big catch. He was told that he had a special gift of fishing. He was then scheduled to speak at all the fellowship chapters and tell how he did it. With all the speaking invitations and his election to the board of directors for the Fishermen's Fellowship, Jake no longer had time to go fishing. Soon he began to feel restless and empty. He longed to feel the tug on the line once again. So he cut the speaking, he resigned from the board, and he said to a friend, "Let's go fishing." They did, just the two of them, and they caught fish. The members of the Fishermen's Fellowship were many. The fish were plentiful, but the fishers were few. At the beginning of his public ministry, Jesus said to two fishermen, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." And then at the end of his earthly life, in Matthew chapter 28, we have what could be described as Jesus' final will and testament, which is known as the Great Commission. Jesus said, "All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." There are two things from the original language of the Great Commission that we need to remember. First, this was a command. Jesus wasn't saying, "Hey, if you don't mind doing me a personal favor, if you get the chance to work it into your busy schedules, please go." No, Jesus was saying, "You have submitted your life to me. I am ordering you now to go into all the world." Second, these words are given to every follower of Jesus, young and old, men and women, new believers and seasoned believers alike. It is not the great suggestion. It is the Great Commission. The commission of the church is not to wait for the world to show up. Rather, the commission of the church is to go into the world. Every follower of Jesus should be engaged in sharing the gospel. Jesus said that we would be his witnesses in a lost world. Witnessing for Christ isn't something that should feel forced, unnatural, or impersonal. It should be as second nature to the Christian as dribbling a basketball was to Michael Jordan. Because witnessing is not just something we do, it's something we are. Remember that you are a witness for Jesus Christ as you abide in him today.
You've You've been listening to Abiding in Him with Jimmy Larche. If you would like to subscribe to this devotional, or if you want to find out more about Jimmy's books and teaching resources, visit us online at jimmylarche.com. Feel free to send us your comments and let us know how we can be praying for you. Until next time, may God bless you.